Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the September reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also, keep in mind that these readings are general, and that means take what resonates and leave the rest. I always throw out, too, that I may be talking about you or the person you're dealing with. So apply it as it may fit, flip it around if necessary. And I also deal to give messages to the good Virgos and the bad Virgos. Again, I put it in quotation marks because we all get a little bit of both. So that's why it says the advice is for the ones who received the bad treatments and the ones who are dishing it out. So again, apply it as it may fit. If you'd like a personal reading, all of the information is below. If you would like to support the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know how the readings resonate, make a donation. You can also see how to do that below. Oh crap, I didn't do your overview for the month. Let us see, what is the overview for Virgo for the month of September? What is the overview for Virgo for the month of September? Unfinished Symphony. Ah, yes. It's the unfinished symphony. Things left unsaid, left undone. This, of course, again, is the overview. This is what's coming towards you. What is going to be your state of being in regards to the situation? What is the challenge, lesson, or obstacle? What is the root issue or what needs to be overcome or addressed here? Hopes and fears, advice in regards to the situation from the universe. And what is the possible outcome should you follow the advice? Or what is the possible outcome? Now let us see, and then I'll give some other advice. We've got 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords and some shady shit going on here. Let's see. There was unfinished symphony, essential meetings, unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, the need to make amends. The Oracle's message, this is the time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or skill. Oh, a cycle or project. I was like, projector, what? All right, let's read this again. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project. There we go. And mastery of a lesson or skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur. And the answers you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. Relationship message, moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid, and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. When closure is denied you, it's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. You might end up throwing that cup of coffee in someone's face. Ba-doom-psh. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are, make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. And sometimes that's what happens. Because the people that you're dealing with, people, especially dealing with some shady people, narcissists, they'll leave you hanging in the wind with all your questions and pain and They'll just give it a silent treatment and let you fester in it all. It's like it's a very difficult thing when but again, it's like just to hear that person give you confirmation of what you already know, somehow that at least makes you feel heard, even though obviously the person didn't give a shit, but you still feel validated in your feelings. Like it says, and a lot of times, especially with people dealing with narcissists and stuff like that, you won't get that. And you will indeed have to sit in all of that because in truth, you were in that relationship by yourself the whole time. A means to an end. That's how they treat people. And your pain, your love, your sacrificing, your efforts, all of that, that was all you. And it was like a complete, like I said, it's a betrayal unlike any other. Oh. See, now, I don't know, because if I stop this and go into the phone, I'll have to go edit. I'll have to take this off of this, bring it to the other computer, and I ain't doing that. Let it ring. Let it ring, let it ring. There we go. Sorry about that, but I wasn't about to go and have to edit and cut and chop and all that. So just, like I said, let it go. But what if that was destiny calling? Like I said, getting that closure. Like I said, a lot of times this is you have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. It's true. It may take a while, but it's necessary. Prosperity message. Make sure you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you have created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you don't see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign the documents, do your filing, hand in the assignment, complete a work of art. That's what I need to do. Is that I got Virgo in my chart at all? No, I gotta look. Tie up loose ends so you can move forward with surety. Knowing you're on the prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. Protection message. When unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It's not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Freaking motorcycles. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. So, get crack-a-lackin' as we get another sput-put go by. At the bottom of the deck here, we had the King of Swords in reverse. As I said, between the Seven of Swords reverse, the Five of Swords reverse, and the King of Swords reverse, woo! As I said, people dealing with narcissists, or you are one, if we're going into the real negative aspects of these cards, this guy is a real ass, liar, like I said, narcissist, mind games, manipulation, try to get away with shit, one-upmanship, only serving their own interests, don't give a damn who they hurt, like I says, and they won't give you any kind of closure. It said, so, or this is you or somebody you was dealing with, perhaps, was embodying this, and this was kind of the situation, and we're needing to heal from that. Or somebody, again, was behaving this way, and we'll find out what's further on here. Or it could be both. Um, and the person who's behaving this way is feeling like they need to address this if they want any opportunity of coming back, or anyone taking them back. Like I said, there's been, in the masculine readings and all this, we know that, some people were dealing with narcissists or borderline personality types or something where there's some psychological issues going on there. And these people are never going to change. And it was a lesson, and we're needing to heal and move forward and be open to meeting new people. Or some might be dealing with people that were just really embodying these kind of traits, or really, just acting this way, but are capable of self-reflection, are capable, of feeling regret and all that. Whether or not they show that to you, it still comes up. They're aware of it. Because even narcissists are aware of it. They know perfectly well what they do. They just don't give a shit. Again, so, some people deal with different types here, or you are one of the two types. Let us not hope for the other. But again, even if this was somebody that you were dealing with, because I doubt the narcissist would be watching these readings looking for any help, because they don't think anything's wrong with them. It's all you. But like I says, I read for both people, because especially the one doing all the hurting is probably the one that needs the most healing and guidance. Or if we're just talking about, if we ain't talking about people, I think, but we are. It always is. It's never just. I mean, it could be both. Finances, life. My own confusion and try to strategize and whatever. But obviously, somebody's been through some shit, and whether this is a lack of clarity, a lack of direction, or again trying to heal from some asshole, or we were being the asshole and we're trying to come back in and get someone to take us back, and maybe we're sorry. Like I said, we'll figure it out as we go here. The King of Swords again is not a good card to get in the reverse if it's in regards to a person. And we have two under that was the Ace of Wands, the Death card, and the Six of Swords. And then we got the Magician under that. So again, it could be talking about healing from something, letting a cycle end, allowing for rebirth, moving on to calmer waters, leaving the pains of the past behind. So again, to manifest new beginnings. Somebody could be wanting to do that. Again, you could be the Virgo wanting to go back to somebody because you, again, behaving this way, and you know that you need to own up to all of this in order to get back in. Or again, you were dealing with somebody like this and you're trying to heal and move on, and it was a lesson, and etc., etc., etc. What's coming towards you in September? Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in the upright talks about, family life, home life, stability, financial wealth, family again. And in reverse, this is like the coming undone of that. Financial failure, loss, loneliness, lack of resources and limitations, financial fears. Not looking for long-term commitments. We're getting out of a relationship. As I said, some masculines, I did the masculine, the choice that's up on the channel. I'm going to do the feminines as well. But some of them decided to stay in their karmic relationships and get married. Some are leaving that and trying to come back. So again, these readings all seem to coincide with the same storyline. So again, if you're a Virgo who is in a situation, you could be leaving that and trying to make amends, like it says, and come back some other way. Or, this is you just obviously suffering from some kind of financial disarray here as well. We all know, too, masculines got a lot of money issues. A lot of masculines were, again, in relationships for what it could provide. So obviously leaving that would leave them a bit disheveled financially. Um, Financial failure, loss, problems with investments, and lack of resources. Despite a lot of time and effort, there seems to be many limitations to future success as a result of a poor foundation. So whatever it is that we were investing in, it was turned out to be shit. Um, Again, money fears, quarrels over property, financial burdens and responsibilities. Again, in regards to a relationship, or new relationships, you're not 100% sure of the long-term potential, husband or wife material. So you could be considering, a decision. Like I said, a lot of masculines are facing a decision if you are a Virgo masculine, trying to weigh out the pros and cons again about this choice of what's going to happen if I do this. Is there any long-term potential? Is there commitment, or you're questioning that in your current situation? Or you could be the Virgo feminine who was dealing with the situation and you're questioning whether there's long-term potential in the person who's trying to come back, or you're just in your head about it. Because I doubt that this is someone, obviously not someone new, because it's dealing with unfinished business. Or you could be just having money problems again. Could have been investing in something, could have been anything. Time, resources, relationships, whatever it was that we were investing in turned out again to be crap. Money fears, quarrels over property again, financial burdens, responsibilities. I already read all this. If single, you're looking for fun or casual dating, nothing too serious or long term, because again, maybe we're still healing, but we're thinking, hey, maybe we'll try to go out, mingle, nothing serious, etc. What's going to be your state of being in regards to this? Well, of course, upright, Seven of Swords in its most negative sense is about, shady mofos trying to get away with shit. Betrayals, deceptions, someone acting crafty and shady and trying, again, trying to do stuff underhanded or unnoticed. In reverse, it's breaking free of mental challenges. So again, if we're not dealing with shady people, and this is strictly your energy as far as lack of clarity in regards to, healing, or direction, or finances, you're trying to break free from these limitations, whatever's keeping you from manifesting what you want or gaining the clarity that you need. A need to release old pains from your heart. A need to break free from old habits and ways of thinking to overcome blocks. A need to set broader horizons in regards to relationships in an affair or love triangles. Showing a growing reluctance to keep up the charade, a want to come out in the open. Now again, some might be trying to sneak out of their current situation, and be like, I'm going back to the person I left. There's the ones trying to make a choice between two people, or you're, again, discovering someone shady and you're getting out of that situation, or removing yourself from the waiting game, which, of course, we should, I say that you set something free, if it comes back, it's yours, but there's also another saying, if you set something free and it comes back and the other person didn't want to either, set it free again. So I said discernment is key in dealing with any old people. And if you're the old person trying to switch it around, you better, like I said, come correct. The need to set broad horizons. Shows a growing. I already read all of this. Never mind. So again, this is what your state of being is. Trying to overcome mental blocks, release old pains due to, an upheaval in your home life, whatever it is here. You know, love triangles again, cheating, lying, all the lovely ways that humans treat each other. Also, people don't realize when you do these readings, especially if you're an empath, or especially if it's, you know, I've seemed to be guided to lead people through similar situations that I've been through. So it's like, you know, keep ripping open the wound. And I said sometimes I leave from these readings so drained and so depressed. I'm just like, and it makes you not even want to be in a relationship because you're like, look at all the suffering. Look at all the suffering that people impose on themselves, on each other. It's just the human journey. This whole thing, the way it's orchestrated. I mean, if you think about it, about karma and lessons and people coming into this life reincarnating, they don't remember shit from who they were before they came here, that they've had other lifetimes. It's all like new, and they keep making the same mistakes because again, you fail a class the last time, you got to repeat it this time. So your spirit guides and everybody's just watching you like in a movie. No, don't go left, go right. Don't do that, do this. Like, oh, they keep making the same mistakes over and over. But it says it's just, but it's all part of the learning. You know, all these experiences. If everything was great all the time, I mean, you'd just be happy, yes, but it wouldn't tear you apart, break you down. You got to find a way to pick up those pieces and put yourself through. You got to find strength you didn't even know you had. It's like life is just, there are some really beautiful moments and there's some really just kill me now moments. And at the end of it, you know, when you look back on it, as if you don't get Alzheimer's and you forget everything, well, maybe that's a good thing. But again, it's what did I learn? What was important? You know, it's here that are people on their deathbeds or people that are old and they ask those specific questions. It's like the answers are usually always the same. It's like, what are the profound things that happen in life that impact us, that stay with us forever, sometimes into obviously other lifetimes? You know, that's why healing, self-awareness, seeing things from spiritual perspectives, understanding why things happen, it's so important. So you don't gotta fucking come back here and do this shit over again. Which I know nobody wants to do. So let us figure out what Spirit says. You know, let's heal. Let's stay away from shady people. And if we're being shady, stop being that way. Like, it's about learning how to love ourselves and love other people. We respect ourselves, respect other people. You know, kumbaya fucking yeah. This is what we're trying to go for here. But there's so much ego and wounding and childhood shit and drama and oh my god, like I said, and sometimes these readings I walk away like I need a fucking drink. I don't even drink. But your challenge, lesson, or obstacle obviously is to overcome this. You know? And it sucks and it's hard and it's just it's tough, you know? And if you're a person that keeps doing this kind of stuff, that's got to be even worse. Wouldn't want to look at myself in the mirror every day. I'm not throwing shade, but that's a heavy cross to bear. When you think about it, narcissists and all this stuff like that, these people will never know what it is to really love. Everything is a fucking game. Everybody are pawns on the chessboard. And they always lose in the end. And they hate themselves. They just always, and that's coming from a very broken soul who became psychologically messed up due to a heavy childhood trauma. Probably grew up in an abusive situation. So it's like these people are it's all either nature or nurture. They're either created or it's partly genetic, because sometimes you'll see it in families. You know, a little bit of both, but obviously it's like Yeah, it sucks to be good-hearted and taken advantage of or and used, and because we're too loving, too caring. But again, in this world, you gotta learn that lesson that you can't be a doormat. You can't allow people to mistreat you. You have to love yourself more than you love them, and that was a big lesson for a lot of feminines to learn that what healthy love looks like. And it's the same thing for the masculines, because we imitate what we see. And a lot of people are repeating toxic dynamics because they don't know any different. It's what they grew up witnessing, and it's just, but once you really get those, understand the psychological part of it all, the spiritual part of it all, and you look back on your life, you see things from a different perspective. And not to say that even knowing all of that, you're still human. Trust me, I yell at my tarot cards every day. I argue with my guides all the time. It's like even knowing the path and walking the path are two different things. This is, you got to be Zen like Buddha in order to be perfect. You're never going to be perfect, but it's all about learning and healing. So if you've gone through something here that was very painful, it's encouraging for you again to heal, to figure out how to overcome it. Get the closure that you need for yourself so that you can manifest things. If you got shady people coming back around, make sure we learn the lesson and we don't get involved in repeating cycles again. If you were the one doing the do, you're going to have to step up to the plate and make sure you can back up with what you say with words, action, and consistency. You may have a lot to prove here. Like I said, there's a few scenarios going on. But the obstacle obviously is to get over, this is broken home and marriage, misalignment of values, quarreling in the family unit falling apart, unhappiness, a need to restore order, not spending enough quality time together, aim to treat each other with love and respect to restore harmony and love, a need for compassion and respect, misaligned personal values, not being true to yourself, especially if you go around being shady, or if you allow that, or you even want that back. The whole thing about these cycles and stuff is about learning the lesson so that we don't have to go through obviously painful situations again. It says the hardest thing to overcome is the self. Questioning beliefs in what you're doing. A need to address lingering issues, especially if you a shady person trying to come back in and still be shady, still trying to get away with stuff and just say what you got to say to get back in the door. Like I said, I recommend a good therapist. Don't be doing that. Neglecting loved ones while pursuing materialistic goals. Again, maybe we invested too much time into stuff, didn't pay enough attention to, the home and people, and it's caused, a falling apart of a relationship or financial problems. Again, maybe whatever you're working on didn't work out. And need to be clear about where your personal values lie, right? So this is the challenge, lesson, or obstacle for you. Figuring it out. Here we have the root issue of what needs to be overcome, right? 5, 6, 7, yeah. This is the Five of Swords. Again, Five of Swords and uprights, the douche, the ass, the I don't give a shit. Ends justify the means. As long as I win, I don't give a damn. I said, watch out for these people. And if you are being like this, like I said, watch out too, because you reap what you sow. Trust. You'll be coming back in the next life and having it done to you. Like I said, even people who mistreat animals and do all the people that do all the shady shit. So watch out. It always comes back in one form or another. Again, this is about, betrayals, one-upmanship, shallow victories, but it's about being open to change in the reverse. Past resentments, we're trying to release those or wanting the period of fighting to be over. This is the root issue, this is what needs to be overcome, whatever's transpired here. It's about forgiveness, forgive and forget. I mean, don't forget so much you let people repeat it. Maybe some people come and trying to come back around hoping you do forgive and forget all about the shady shit they were doing so they can do it again. Like I said, watch what what you're dealing with, people. Trying to restore a relationship. This is at the root. Again, for some of you, you might be wanting to do this. For a relationship that you fucked up on. But again, all is a lesson, right? There's also conflict you can't move away from or need to be open to change, to make amends. It's also exes posing problems. It's also a fear of being hurt again or disregard for the opinions of others. Like I said, I don't give a shit. I do whatever I want. It's also picking our battles wisely. Again, knowing what's worth fighting for and what just is not. So, if this is the root, yes, this is the root issue, what needs to be overcome? Well, putting the past behind you, moving on, being open to change, again, trying to move away from conflict, try to forgive, even forgive yourself for not knowing better. But now that you know better, you do better. Either one. The one who was doing the do or the one who got hurt by it. It's like when knowledge is power, right? And perhaps, again, there's somebody looking for forgiveness, or we're going to have to offer forgiveness whether or not you get any closure. Sucks, but you know what I'm saying? Hopes and fears, Knight of Wands. So you could be hoping to rush in. This could be somebody that comes in and comes out, comes and goes. Gotta love those runner chaser cycles of soulmates, twin flames. It's just this coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Eventually, though, like the feminine's like, you can stay where you at, especially if you're coming in shady still. Knight of Wands again, or you could be fearing the person coming in again, rushing in, trying to play all, especially if we're dealing with Casanova types, narcissist types, or whatever. The devil doesn't come in with horns and whatever. They come in all sexy and all know how to, again, mind game you. Got you doing shit. You compromising all kinds of self-respect. It's you could be fearing this type of person. Because this person, again, is not too committal. This is also a pursuit of an idea, committed, determined energy. So you could be hoping to have that, to be committed, to be focused if we're all out of whack here and don't know what to do. We could be hoping to be committed. We're going to come rushing in and try to make something work. Ambition that needs to be channeled the right way, though. Hasty change of job or residence. Like I said, some people might be getting out of their karmic situation and then try to rush into this situation over here like, hey, whatever. Rushes again without the thought of consequence, and it may negatively impact the long term. So again, don't do that. Don't fear. Don't rush into nothing, especially say with anybody that completely destroyed you. So there's another saying too. You can't really find happiness in the same place you lost it. And don't let fool me once, fool me twice. We can throw out all kinds of cliches here. So I said, make sure we learned. Make sure we use our intuition. and use discernment. Hasty change job represents the need to react quickly and go with the flow, as resistance is useless. So maybe we're fearing that we won't be able to resist old dude over here with his friggin' yellow jacket on his stallion. Like I said, watch out. Watch out for those smooth criminals. You know what I'm saying? Now, the advice is the Page of Wands. So this dude's a bit more slower than the Knight. Obviously, you want a king. You also want to be a king. You know what I mean? But you got to start somewhere, I guess. Pages are messengers. They're also a bit immature. So maybe their advice is time to grow up, right? For those that are needing to check themselves. This also advises maybe to, you know, pursue this idea. You know, send a message. This Page of Wands is similar to the Fool, a free spirit. It's also about change and new beginnings. So the advice for you is to, you know, baby steps, I guess, towards a new beginning. Definitely don't rush. Don't let anybody rush in and out of your life constantly, you know, trying to play the role. Passion for life despite a naive outlook. Let's not be naive, right? Let's be wise. Coming and going as he pleases, encouraging change. Like a catalyst that inspires change. It's also about creative restlessness, wanting expression, or on the verge of discovery or a new phase in life. You you might be on the verge of something new if we can release whatever's happened here. Allow the cycle to close, with or without the help of anybody else, so that we can again start new opportunities. Or they're encouraging you to pursue this idea, but again, you know what I'm saying? Encourages you to express yourself, follow your creative urges, beautiful creative vision that can bring change into the world. This person is positive and spontaneous, not impulsive. So not like this dude here. It's a messenger of unexpected news, change, creation, a trusted friend. Was said, we shall see. Trusted friend, devoted to your interests and helpful, honorable, and genuine. So maybe they're encouraging you to be that way, especially if you were the shady one. Be someone who's, you know, honorable and genuine and can be trusted, or try to earn someone's trust back, right? Or maybe again they're trying to tell you to deliver some news, or embrace change, or find your spark again. You know, embrace the new phase of life here. And then we have, what's the possible outcome? Should you follow this advice, or just what's the possible outcome? Maybe you'll make your offer and the person you'll be like, hell no, I'm not taking your cup. Sorry, you was too shady in the past. I'm not doing it. It could be a possibility. Sorry for any Virgos that are the bad ones here trying to reconcile. You might get turned down. But you know, the idea is about healing and progressive movement forward anyway. Four of Cups again is contemplation, meditation. So engrossed you don't see what's right in front of you. Not satisfied. You need to look within to discover the answers that you seek. It's also missing the gift of love and opportunity. Boredom, disengaged, apathetic, feeling flat. A need to examine one's heart and mind for clarity. Disappointment, growing tired of the same old struggle. So we've kind of withdrawn, probably depressed, pouty, sulky. It's a call to action to wake up and to be open to the new that offer positive changes. So that's why for some of you, they're saying, allow the new to come in. Don't miss out on new opportunities. Call to action. Wake up, smell the coffee. Choosing to ignore an offer, being defensive due to past hurt or fear. Again, closing oneself off. So, obviously, heal before you deal. Don't feel pressured to start something new if you're still holding on to whatever, because that's a rebound. That it's better to be in our right state here. Or again, if this is us just trying to get clear on what do we do next after perhaps something has ended, it's again about healing. Don't rush. Find closure that you need. Be open to pursuing new things. Don't miss opportunities. Go within. Figure what needs to be figured out. Or if you're needing to make amends, they're saying to you, don't miss out on the opportunity to do that if you're coming in genuine. You know what I'm saying? Don't let fear keep you from. But again, like I said, for some masculines might try to go back and they'd be like, sorry, it's too late. So for those Virgo masculines who might be trying to go back, maybe someone isn't going to take your offer. We don't know. So I don't put a pretty bow on it. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. Some readers like to make it all frou-frou spiritual and all sound everything nice and everybody's getting back together and the masculine loves you, and then they try to totally, I even see them sometimes with the negative cards try to flip it so it sounds better. I said because they tell people what they want to hear. But if I'm telling you you need to move on, I tell you need to move on. If you tell you dealing with narcissists, I tell you dealing with narcissists. I'm not into prolonging people's suffering. You know what I'm saying? I'm into being real and allow the healing to happen. Because I've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and some of it I'm still going through it. So I understand, I empathize, and I'm like I says, I'm trying to be the hermit and lead everybody, including myself, into the light. And if that means shit gotta go, people gotta go, mindsets gotta go, whatever it is, every day it's a work in progress. It ain't gonna happen overnight. So even people who are spiritual and do the cards or whatever, I knowing the path and walking the path, like I said. We're all human. Trust me. Like I said, I understand. What is the advice for Virgo in the month of September in regards to this situation here? What other advice do you have for Virgo? And what other advice? And what other advice for Virgo? What other, did I do these? I think I did, yeah. What other advice do you have for Virgo? Whoa, what other advice do you have for Virgo? What other advice do you have for Virgo? And then we'll do, of course, what advice do you have for Virgo here in regards to love? This situation here. What advice? What other advice for Virgo? Okay. See the page, heart-to-heart conversations. See, I told you, somebody's going to come in and we got past life. Here we go. Lies, deception, finances. It all comes out again. You got to love the tarot. Helps co-sign, too, on making you feel like, all right, well, at least I know I read it right. Children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. Remember, was it you? Yeah, I think it was you when I was talking about the inner child. Or who was that? Or maybe that was Capricorn. But again, this is all You know, with my readings, I try to share with you what I've learned in psychology, spirituality. It all stems from this shit here. Childhood wounding, what did love look like, you know, the whole shebang, you know, makes how you feel about yourself, how you interact in the world, how you interact with others. So again, a lot of these lessons and this karma and these jacked up relationships, they're all meant to teach you something about you. And basically, it's about how you love yourself and how you treat other, how you allow others to treat you, and how you treat others. You know, it's all about the lesson, the learning. You know, what we allow, what we do, and it's about healing this. And this is also about new beginnings. So it's, you know, healing the child within by, you know, learning this lesson, whatever it was for you, um, allowing that to wash over thyself with wisdom and healing so that we don't again repeat shit. Living and learning. And again, it's about, you know, new beginnings and self-respect. I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. So it's a state of emergency, people. It's a state of emergency. Self-respect, as I just mentioned. Self-love, self-respect, first and foremost. This is for a lot of things, you know, it's a lesson for both. Let us wait. Sometimes I'm like, I live 15 minutes from the beach, and sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of friggin' living in the Bronx. You know, or even when I used to live over there near Hollywood, constant police and helicopters. I'm like, I felt like I was in a friggin' war zone. So it's just always, there's always drama, whether it's on the table in my own life or out there. Again, a lot of feminines needed to learn this lesson. You know, never love yourself, love someone else more than you love yourself. Never chase after nobody. Don't jump through hoops. Don't, you know, be a martyr and sacrifice your own well-being, mental, emotional, physical, financial health, again, to enable somebody in their shit. Learning to recognize our own stuff again and healing it. You know, when we do this, we keep this type of people away. And when we have this, we don't behave in this way either. Because again, you treat other people how you feel about yourself. And if you know what I'm saying? Self-respect. And also putting in work and effort, again, of being aware of your own stuff and actually being able to self-reflect and speak that truth to somebody else because you really want to make something work with somebody. If this is with some that are trying to do that, again, your honesty shows your respect for yourself because you're now willing to acknowledge things about you that are fucked up or that gotta go. And you're also showing that person respect by coming clean, truly and genuinely apologizing, truly and genuinely making efforts again to change yourself. And also into this. Again, self-respect, it works both ways. Both people have to have this. Miracle. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to the situation. For some people, it's going to take a miracle for somebody to take you back after all that shite. Or this is just, again, you know, believing maybe some people can change. It's rare. Most people are set in their ways. You know, conditioning is just, it's not a hair product. It's something that can really affect people, and it's hard to come to change it, you know. But it's not impossible. So for some, believe in miracles or believe in the miracle that something better can come after this shit. Maybe with somebody else. Again, if we were dealing with the lesson, the narcissist, believe in miracles, dear. It's all about learning your self-respect. Don't shut yourself down to new opportunities because you're still waiting to hear from that fool. Patience. And I say that with love for any narcissist fools that are watching. Patience. I trust in divine timing. So again, this is about knowing that you got to be ready if to have what it is that you truly want. Trust in divine timing that when you've healed and you've overcome this, and also again for some people that have been separated and the masculine has been able to again learn, change, grow, feminine is able to learn, change, grow, and there's an opportunity to make something right this time. Trust that again, it all happened for a reason, it all happened how it should. Trust in divine timing. And listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So again, use your intuition. Use the knowledge and wisdom gained as well from experience. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Hell's going on. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. This is, again, about intuition, especially for the masculines that really have gone through a transformation. For them, bravo. This is what you want, I don't play favorites. I want everybody to be fucking happy, It's just, this place can really be, a drain. Dealing with people can be a drain because, again, there's so much toxicity. There's so many broken children walking around in adult bodies. Everybody's got their shit. Like I says, and once you look at this all from this perspective, everyone you meet, you see them differently. All souls here on a journey. And you try to be as protective of your own self from there forth, because you're like, all right, these people are either lessons or blessings, crystals, or just to teach you something, again, in a good way, not necessarily negative. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. So if you don't have any crystals, maybe be open to using them. They're beautiful. They help with all kinds of ailments, spiritual ailments, mental ailments, physical ailments. Help with the chakras. Some people say chakra, some people say chakra. I think it's funny when you say chakra. But anyway, I digress. If you get nervous, focus on service. Did you hear that guy? Yeah. Sound like Curly from Three Stooges. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So again, this is about, it's something else there, talking about giving, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Am I thinking of Capricorn? But either way, they're saying, if you're in your thoughts a lot, if you're getting whatever, try to distract yourself and do something else that is of service to someone else, or that can take your mind off of it. Or again, if you're wondering, how can I get back in this person's good graces or whatever, let it show through your actions, your words and your actions and your consistency, your efforts. And then we have here, cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. I've said, whatever we got to heal to free ourselves from self-sabotatory behavior, destructive patterns, destructive behaviors towards others, ourselves, whatever it is. It's time to cut that shit out. It's time to heal it. You know what I'm saying? And get on this here. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So especially if you leave in a situation where it's kind of jacked you up financially, or someone's left you jacked up financially. So you're dealing with narcissists, they'll do that. So maybe this is a focus, or they're asking you to focus on this. And talking about service again, maybe working on projects. That was in the unfinished symphony too. Maybe trying to get your career right. Whatever it is that you're trying to get in balance. Like I said, a lot of masculines need, a lot of people, masculine and feminine, they got financial karma to overcome in this life. Your relationship with money. You could want it, but for some reason it doesn't seem to manifest. It's kind of figuring out the why of that, and because that's part of one of your classes that you signed up for. So, and also a lot of masculines were entering into relationships for codependent reasons. We're needing to, again, make sure that we can be an equal contributor. It's not only just about that, too. It's about just to be self-sufficient on your own. Feminines too, so focus on that. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Either someone's coming in to do that, or they're telling you to do that, and this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for some of you, yes, it says, but I don't put a bow on that for everybody, because that's not realistic. There's billions of people in the world, and lots of masculines and feminines and Virgos, and so maybe it's about, if we get rid of this, be open to new opportunities and meeting new people. Maybe go out, end up talking to somebody. You never know, that could be the one. So first we gotta allow for healing, so this can go all kinds of ways. Playfulness, to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is about, again, just trying to learn to keep it light again, find our happiness, etc. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now, again, for some of you, someone might be coming back, looking to make amends with you, but you're not feeling it. But they're saying, hey, maybe we need to be open, allow for forgiveness. This could be the one. Or they're saying, for the other one who might be going back, trying to get back in the good graces, they might be telling you, hey, this person ain't feeling it. It might be a warning. Or it might be just, encouragement again to, you have to make the effort. You have to show your love. You have to, especially if you need to tell this person how you really feel. That could be it too. Past life relationship, you've known each other before. So again, we could be hinting at, yes, that was a karmic situation. It was, unrequited love. We might be meeting someone new if we let this stuff go. Or they're saying this past person's going to come back around, trying to make amends. Or you might be meeting someone new, who's another one. We hope that this another past life person, a soulmate, and hopefully this time around will be a better one, right? And then we got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, you might got some shady people coming back trying to convince you that they've whatever, but they're still full of shit. Be discerning. They might be telling you again that the other one was full of shit. Karmic. Let it go. The other one, and they also might be telling you, some of them have been hiding how they feel, and now they're going to try to express that. Or they're telling you, take off the mask and do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through, dear. And until, yes, like, subscribe, share, leave comments as usual. You help me, I help you, you help me, right? And then we help even more people because we promote the channel. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.